If you're still doing your eye makeup like you're going to an 80s disco, well, this video's for you, because today I'm showing you how to apply your eyeshadows and eyeliners and mascaras to make you look younger, fresher and brighter. I'm going to make up one eye with all the mistakes that you're making to make your face look dull and sadder and older, and I'm going to make up the other eye to show you how to look younger, fresher and brighter. And I will also be telling you how to choose eyeshadow colours to make your eyes pop. The first thing we want to go to are your eyebrows. The reason being is eyebrows, they frame the eyes. They are just so important to get right. Get it wrong, and even if you have fantastic eye makeup, you somehow don't look quite finished. Get them right and you can wear minimal eye makeup and you still look made up. It makes a big difference. First thing, using now I don't know what these are called. My daughter calls it a spoolie. We just call them an eyebrow brush. Anyway. You want to be going the opposite direction. The reason you're doing that is you're brushing out any bits of foundation, powder, any product that's gone into your eyebrows, and it will. If you look closer, it always will. So you really want to be brushing hard. Of course, mine aren't going to move that much, are they? And you're brushing it out. I'm going to go both sides. So once we've done that, we're then going to brush in the right direction. So we're brushed against the grain, and then we're brushing in the right direction. Now what I've got here is a Benefit. I think Benefit, the brand and the range they have, are great for eyebrows. They do a whole range, they've got lots of things. I will put links to all the products in the description box below. The Amazon, of course, are things you can buy on Amazon in the UK that you can't get in the States. So what I've created are two separate lists. If you can't get the products that I'm using in the States, I have found the nearest thing to it. What this comes with, the eyebrow palette here, is a little applicator. This reminds me of those pens you get, you know, for your iPhones, that sort of squidgy at the end. I personally prefer using like this chisel brush because I think you can stroke it into the hair a lot better. There we have two shades. For me, for my hair colour and my eyebrow colour, I'm going for the darker shade. Now I'm going to do two eyes differently. So I'm going to do this eye is the mistakes, the making your eyes look more tired, and I'm going to do this eye, making your eyes look younger and brighter and fresher. So we're just starting off here and we're just stroking up to create a brush-like stroke with the eyebrows. Again, it's difficult to see when I've got mine tattooed. I'm just going to take it down at the outside. Okay, so I'm extending my eyebrow and taking that down. Let's go to the other side. Okay, over here, and I've got my trusty magnifying mirror here. But when I'm going to the outer edge of this side, I'm just keeping it as high as I possibly can. I'm almost just going up. And I think even that, just on those eyebrows, what you can see first of all is that looks higher. This is looking more droopy. You're bringing your eyebrow down. We're almost looking a bit saggy down the outer edge. But again, that's three mistakes. This is going to be the good one. When we're looking at eyeshadow, one thing most people are trying to go for is this smoky eye effect. Smoky eye just means we've got this smudgy look around the eye. We want to frame the eye because we lose eyelashes. They go thinner, sparser, and we don't get that beautiful frame around the eye. I'm going to show you how to enhance that as much as you can. But what we also want to do is make the eyes look open at the same time as creating this smoked look. The first basic rule to remember is anything light makes things look bigger, anything dark makes things look smaller. So if we're going to put anything dark on, it's going to make things recede on the eye. If we put something light, it's going to make it look more prominent, and we're using that principle when we're applying our colours. Before I apply anything, let me explain the colours to use on your eyes, because I do get asked a lot how to make the eyes pop. And people tend to get it wrong. They think blue eyes, they apply blue colours, green eyes, they apply greens, browns, they apply browns, and they try and match it. What you're doing is you're neutralising the colour. What we need to do is apply contrast to make the eye colour pop. The contrast comes from a system known as the colour triangle. Now the colour triangle consists of three colours. You have red, yellow and blue. And what this means, these are the three primary colours. As primary colours, that means you cannot break these colours down into any other colour. So from the primary colours, we have secondary colours. So if you mix red and yellow, we get orange. If you mix yellow and blue, you get green. If you mix blue and red, you get purple. So if you find the colour on there that is your eye colour, so for me I've got blue eyes, if you go directly opposite, you find the colour. So opposite blue we have orange. So I can now go sort of towards either side of the orange. So oranges are your warms, are the autumn colours. Going more towards red, you're getting your pinks. Going towards your yellow, you're getting your golds. So if I want to make my blue eyes pop, I need to go anything from orange to pinks to golds. If I put blue on, I will neutralise the blue and my eyes won't pop. It will make them look dull. If you have, for example, green eyes, you find the green, you go directly opposite. Going from green, you go straight up and we have reds. Going either side of our reds, you're going to your plums and you're going to your oranges. So for green eyes, you really pop with anything from your russets to your plums. Apply those rich, warm colours and your eyes will pop. If you apply your blues, if you apply your greens, you're going to neutralise your green eyes. You're going to make them look dull. Brown eyes, well, you're the lucky one, aren't you? Because brown eyes can almost wear anything. Now, there isn't brown on this colour triangle, but the browns would fall under colours ranging from your reds to your oranges to your yellows. So going opposite there, what you have are your blues. So to really make your browns pop, look at your blues, your navies, your teals. You can almost edge round slightly towards your greens. The colours that don't work for brown, well, these are the colours that you find in your brown eyes. Oranges, your yellows, your golds, they just make the brown look dull. Find your eye colour on the colour triangle, go opposite, and you can sort of spread either side, and those are the colours to make your eyes pop. I have blue eyes, so looking at this colour palette, for example, the Anastasia colour palette, you can see it's filled with the warm colours. You have the pinks, you have the warm browns, you have the warm reds. Those are great for my eyes. Now I'm just going to go for a light colour, and I'm going to go for this colour here. This is the eye where you make mistakes. So let me just take the base, toilet tissue, gold, take a piece. What I tend to do is literally fold it in half. Not only does it stop the eyeshadow falling down onto my cheeks, it stops my fingers touching my face, because whatever we do, we wipe and then we touch the face and we get little smudges. So I try and avoid touching my face as much as possible. Okay, so we're just taking that over the full eye. And even though that's the eye where you make the mistake, you should see already, because it's light, it's making the eye look slightly bigger. I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Okay, so that is just a base. It simply now gives us a blank canvas, a light blank canvas to work on. And again, I get a fresh piece. Just one sheet, I get a fresh piece every time. Now the colour I'm picking is actually in the MAC box, and it's this colour here, which is a sort of russet, deep russety sort of plummy russet colour. The smoky eye, what people tend to do is apply this dark colour over the whole of the eye. So I'm going just into the crease and I'm following the natural eye shape. So I'm taking it into the occipital bone there. I've gone over my lid and I've taken the natural shape on the occipital bone. So I've almost allowed the brush to just follow that natural line. Now, on the other eye, I'm going to use the same colour again, but this time I'm not taking it all the way down. Let me show you. I'm almost going to trick the eye. If I take it right down to the bottom, let me find a thin brush. Okay, if I take a line to the bottom of my eyebrow there, can you see? Nothing should fall below that line. Just taking a line from the bottom of your eye to the corner of your eyebrow, nothing should fall below that line. What you can see here is by following that natural line, we've already got it falling down, okay? Be aware of that happening. Again, this is the mistake. We've already got it falling down and that's going to pull the eye down. So here I need to trick it almost, and I need to keep it up here. So I don't want to be taking this dark any lower than there. So if I'm placing my tissue and you should also already see that eye is already looking a little bit more lifted than that eye. You should also see that this eye looks bigger, it looks brighter than that eye. That eye's already looking closed, isn't it? So now I'm just going to take a lighter colour. So I'm just going to take this pink here, just a lighter version of the same shade. And I'm going to apply this over where the dark colour is. So it's almost taking that brow bone and making that brow bone recede. Here I'm just going to take a very slight amount, again just in that occipital bone, but I'm allowing it to just flick up at the side. Now just look at the difference in how much brow bone I have on this eye compared to that eye. This eye I've still got loads of area that's still open, whereas on that eye it's almost closing down and it makes the eye look so much smaller. Yeah, you can probably see it already. I'm amazed at how quickly that actually happens. Now, I am going to use now, for demonstration purposes, a black eyeliner. And I'm going to show you what happens when you get a black eyeliner. Again, fresh tissue. Okay, now, the old way, the 1980s, I'm an 80s girl. I'm supporting the eye. And I'm taking a line over my eyelid. All the way across there, okay? And I'm almost following the whole of my lid. Okay? Can you see there? I'm almost following the whole of my lid. Okay? I think immediately you can see that eye's looking smaller. I'm going to apply the black eyeliner on the other eye, but this time we're going to lengthen the lashes. If you see there, I mean, I've not got mascara on yet, but because the lid is dark, it's really hard to see the lashes. So what we need to do is lengthen the lashes from the bottom, not necessarily from the top. The mascara will lengthen from the top. The eyeliner will lengthen them from the bottom. And the way we do that is to lift the eye, and we're painting, and we're going on the lash line, but inside the eye. It tickles, it's not bad. Now, can you see already how those lashes already look longer and darker? The lashes on that eye, no mascara yet, of course, but the lashes on that eye are already lost, whereas there, we can actually see that lash line. Okay? Now again, the good old 80s girl, we put a bit of black eyeliner on the bottom, don't we? So we just take it, and I'm just going to smudge that black eyeliner in that waterline. But on the other eye, I'm now just taking a brown eyeliner. So again, I use my tissue because my hands will have residue, will have bits of makeup on them. And all I'm doing is taking that from where that bottom line goes and just that very outer corner. We have to trick the eye into elongating upwards. Okay, it's all the art of deception. And I'm now going to take this, but because I've gone from the bottom of the eye, I don't want a wing, by the way, but I'm taking the line from the bottom of my eye. I've also used black, just to show you how not to do it. I think from there, what you can see already is that eye just looks tired. It looks closed. There's nothing fresh about it whatsoever. I'm just going to take, so it's that same colour that I used in my eyeline crease. I'm just going to use that just to smudge. What we're not looking for is a strong line at all. We're just looking to soften it. I think you can really see a big difference there in the eyes. That one just looks tired, doesn't look bright at all, whereas this one is almost looking so much brighter. Now, I mentioned the eye colours, and I said how you can use, I've got blue eyes, so I'm just going to show you here the difference it makes when you get something on to make your eyes pop. So if I just take a little bit here, this is like a lemony sort of goldy colour. It's just this shade down here. I'm just going to take a very tiny amount of that, a really tiny amount, not a lot at all. And I'm just going to place it in the middle at the top of my eye. So just by taking that light and that gold there, can you see how it just brightens? Just brightens the eye completely. Eyelashes. Now, eyelashes are, as we age, This contraption, I don't know how long these contraptions have been going for, but the eyelash curler, these do work and they're great, but you have to be able to get the curler bit right at the base of your lashes, because if you don't get to the base of your lashes, what you actually do is just bend them. What you look at from the side is this sort of elbow, and we don't want that. So you need to get them right at the base of your lashes, but also you get to the base of the lash, and you need to be able to grip it without getting your skin. It's one of those things that takes a bit of time and practice. So let me just see if I can get this at the base. So I'm pressing down really hard, count to 5, and then we let go. And I will do both eyes because that's only fair. Okay. Now I'm going to do a separate video on mascara, because I've got different types of mascara and I'll explain the differences for you. But at the moment, let's just apply the mascara. So what you need to do in applying mascara is get right to the base, and you're almost wiggling. You want to really grab all those hairs that are stuck down. Okay, also mascara, never pump your mascara. You put air into mascara, it's the air that dries your mascara on your eyelashes. Pump it, you add air into the tube, you're drying out your mascara in your tube. Your mascara will last half the amount of time. And again, what we're doing here is we're grabbing. Now regarding mascara on the lower lashes, what we don't want to be doing is applying too much. It's very, very fine and delicate, so I'm not going back in, but what I am doing is just literally just giving a very fine, it's almost like just combing them to tidy them up. What I don't want to be doing is applying mascara so your lashes look, you know, top and bottom are done. It's very, very fine. And I think you can probably, or hopefully see there, that eye just looks so much bigger and brighter. Okay, so let's just move on to contour and brush up. Let's finish this side of the face. I'm going to do a complete separate video on lips because there's so much we can do with lipstick. Right, so I'm using the Laura Geller. I've got the palette here, the Laura Geller palette. And this is just the, it's got the bronzer, it's got the blusher. Now, the mistake that people made, so let's use this side first of all. What they do is, you've got your bone there, okay? They tend to go too far down, and they come too far in, and they're simply just going outwards. Can you see? So that's making it very low. We're pulling the face down at that side, aren't we? Okay? If I apply it to the other side, I'm finding this bone, and I'm literally just going slightly underneath it, and I'm almost flicking up on the outside. You can see there. I also take it slightly around the temples. I'm giving a bit of cut. It's almost like the letter E. Like that. You're almost going to be doing that sort of shape. So you go down the temple, lifting up the outside. Now, if we get these jowly bits, we don't like those, do we? These jowly bits. It's not fair, is it? Get these jowly bits. Remember, anything dark makes things recede, anything light makes things look bigger. We want that to recede, don't we? So we're going to almost just take a line here, and we're covering that dark. And I'm almost chiselling underneath the chin. I'm almost like, it's like creating this dark shadow just along the chin line there. So if I look straight in there, this side of the face, I feel is looking more lifted. There, we've almost got this blob down here. And let me show you now what people do when it comes to blusher. They get this as they've got the apple, don't they? They get this here. And what happens is we start to get this pink. And I've got rosy skin as it is, which is why I tend not to use too much. But they're putting this on here, and it's almost like this round bit round here, which we don't want. If I take this brush again, and I take a line straight down from the outer, if I look straight in the mirror, and I'm taking a line straight down from the outer edge of my iris. So I'm going to be taking down, sort of down there. I don't want anything further in than that. I do not want anything passing inside that line. You can see on that side already, I've gone inside, and that's what almost makes the face do that. Yeah, if you bring it in, you're almost doing that with your face. We want to be doing that, don't we? We want to be pulling the face out. So slight bit on there. Can you see? Big difference. It's amazing. It's the art of illusion with your makeup. I am going to be doing a separate video all about lips, but of course I've got to finish it off this, haven't I? Now I've got to do that. So, lip liners. Now, lip liners are going to be your best friend, particularly with more mature lips, because what happens is two main things. One, our lips tend to go thinner, and secondly, we get the fine lines, so our lipstick tends to bleed, and we want to stop those things. So lip liner has two effects really. One, it forms a sort of border, an outer level to your lips, an outer line to your lips, and that prevents your lipstick from bleeding. But secondly, it also enables you to slightly enhance the shape of your lips. What we don't want to be doing is going out and having huge clown lips. We don't want that at all, but what we can do is slightly alter the shape of our lips. Basic, I've got quite a few lip liners, but these two here I'm just showing you at the moment. One is a very nude natural colour, which I would recommend for you. Start off with a nude natural colour. This one's a lot stronger, but I'm going to use the stronger one simply because it's a lot easier to see. Otherwise, if it's too natural, you can't actually see the line. Now, the mistake that people often make is they take the lip line and they go right to the outer corner of the mouth. They take it too far down. You don't want to do that. You only want to take it not quite to the outer edge, okay? You don't want to go into those outer corners, and you'll see why when I've finished. So let me just do the bottom line. And again, the mistake is people take it outside and they almost join that line. What you want to do is just feather it up, okay? Now, because lip liner is made from more of a waxy consistency, it lasts longer. You'll know yourself if you've worn lip liner. Your lipstick fades and you're left with this outer line. So to prevent that, the best thing to do is fill your whole lips with lip liner. It works so well. Okay, so I've filled that in. I can blot it. Nothing really comes off. And then I'm going to apply some lipstick. Bearing in mind we've got the wrong side, the right side. So I've got two lipsticks here. These are both Maybelline. This one I love. Okay, again, great with my outfit, and it works nice with the eye colour. But at the moment it's too strong. So what you can do is literally just squash a little bit on the back of your hand. Okay, just squash a little bit at the back of your hand. Okay, and then I've got another one I like, but I feel this is too pale. So again, I'm going to just squidge a little bit of that in the back of my hand. Oops. So you can see there, it's almost like mixing paint. Okay, I'm a great fan of mixing colours, mixing things. Sometimes you just can't get the right colour. And then I'm literally in the back of my hand, just mixing these two together. Okay. Lip brush, essential. If you're going to use lipstick, always use a lip brush. It's really important because you just get it precise. If you do that, it doesn't go unprecise. It's going to outside your lip line, it's going to start bleeding, and it's going to start fading quicker. So we're painting it in now. If you can see that side of the mouth, it just looks clowny. Whereas there, because I haven't gone straight into the edge, it's so much neater, so much neater. So a little magic trick for you. If your lipstick goes onto your teeth, get yourself a Q-tip, cotton wool bud, whatever you want to call it, and you just simply go, pull it out, okay? Put it in, twist it, and pull it out centrally from your lips. That will stop it going on your teeth. Another factor with mature lips is you don't want a flat, matte lipstick. So if you go for anything in particular nude and it's matte, it's just too flat on the lips. So that's why you need something with a little bit of sheen in your lips. I don't like glitter and sparkle in the eye makeup, but I really like a bit of sparkle in the lips. This is just a City Lips lip gloss, and it really does have a beneficial effect to making the lips look fuller. But you're not covering all your lips. All you need to do is cover the middle at the bottom, and the middle at the top, okay? When you've done that, Q-tip, the other end, pull out, and that will stop it going on your lips. Hopefully you'll see now, this side just looks a bit down as well, whereas that side of my lips looks so much better. Let's just have a little look. I think the difference is quite drastic. It's the same products, just applied in different ways. So go and practice. This isn't about having a whole new shopping list, even though I'll put everything in the description that you will need if you've got something missing. This is about you taking your makeup bag, seeing what you've got and learning to apply it in different ways, okay? Any questions you have, let me know in the comments. I'm going to do a whole video now all about applying lipstick. I'm going to let you know how to apply it, how to keep it on all day, different types of lipstick. I've got other things to trial for you, and also lipstick colour and choices and shades for you and your skin. So thank you so much for watching. Do let me know how you get on. I love your comments, you're so supportive, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.